What's up guys, Shockwave640 here, and today we will be taking a look at the high-grade Gundam Build Fighters Crossbone Gundam Maoh. And so here's the Crossbone Gundam Maoh, and let's get the size comparisons out of the way, shall we? So, moving that box out of the way and setting aside the Crossbone Maoh. First of all, we will be, for size comparisons, first of all, is the Transformers Age of Extinction Voyager class Evasion Mode Optimus. Just in case anybody may or may not have this figure. I did paint the windows silver because they looked weird, clear to me anyways. So if you bought this, it wouldn't come like that, but I'll get more into that whenever I actually do the review for this guy. And so here he is with this. And then height-wise, without the actual crossbones on the Maoh's back. Actually, let's go ahead and take those off. Let's just take this entire backpack section off so we can get a more accurate scale here. And then actually get him standing, because that kind of got him all wonky. Hang on. Adjusting the legs. Why is he looks like he's tilting. Oh well, who cares? So there he is. They're almost the same height. I mean, Optimus stands a little bit taller if he's on his face. So there's that. Here is Generation 1 Astro Train in robot mode. And Generation 1 Astro Train is a little bit taller if he'll stand. He doesn't want to stand because his legs suck. There we go. He's a little bit taller. The Crossbone Maoh, if you use the V-fin there, just goes right up to his eyes about, or his visor I should say. So setting off Astro Train, I'm just going to lay him down. He just doesn't want to cooperate. Here is Combiner Wars Mirage. And so with Combiner Wars Mirage, he goes up to about his neck. Yeah, that's what it looks like here to me. Looks like he's going about to his neck. And then here we have the Gundam Build Fighters High-Grade Tri-Burning Gundam. And there he is with the Tri-Burning Gundam. And there we have that. So, this, of course, like all other high grades, this is the 1/144th scale, so 144 of these will make the actual size, but in Gundam Build Fighters, if anybody knows anything about Gundam Build Fighters, they use actual models and they battle with them by using like these really cool high-tech control console things, and the models actually fly around and battle. So technically, this is the actual scale of this thing. But when they say 1/144th scale, they mean if this was an actual Gundam from the normal Gundam universe, instead of being a model. So that's that. So let's set aside the Crossbone Maoh real quick and bring in the box so you guys can see that. And so here's the Crossbone Maoh with this box, and of course this is the Crossbone Gundam Maoh, or as I call it, the Crossbone Maoh. This is the Build Fighters Maoh Yasaka custom made mobile suit, and this is a redo of the normal Crossbone Gundam, which is a redo of the Gundam X, which is a redo of, well, redo of the Double X, I think, and then which is also a review of Gundam X, or redone Gundam X. So it just is a remake of a remake of a remake of a remake, if I said that correctly. And of course, this is by Bandai, high grade Build Fighters, and that also says Build Fighters. That's the Build Fighters logo. Here on the side, this is number 14 in the line. You can see a nice picture right there. Here's the actual Crossbone Maoh itself, a nice photoshopped picture of the model kit. Here's some stuff going on inside the actual anime, and words I can't read. This is 1,800 yen. I got this for about $18, so that's close to what that would equal. And then some more stuff and things right here on the side. And of course nothing on the bottom, because there's only one box of these that actually do have something on the bottom that I actually own. What else was in the box, not including the actual model itself, was this really cool Gundam collector card. I don't really know which Gundam this is. I know it's a Xeon, most likely, but it's just really nice, like metallic, holographic kind of card. It's got like these shrinking and expanding squares in the background. You can see it there at the sides, which is really trippy looking. And this has some stuff down there, which I'm guessing, yeah, HP, which is health points, and I'm guessing one of these is attack and one of these is defense, maybe. And then there's like a rating number or something right there. And then on the back side, it's got the same picture, and I'm guessing it's a bio, the Gundam's name, pilot, spec, I think is what that says. And then some more stuff down here in the bottom, and then this probably says like Gundam collector cards. And then this is 2014, made in Japan, and the Crossbone Maoh was made in 2014 as well. So the card and the Gundam are made in the same date. There's not a guarantee that you will get this card. I just happened to open my box and this card was included inside the packaging. So you may or may not get this card. This is the only Gundam model kit that I owned that actually came with a card. So I didn't throw it away because it's a really cool card. It's made out of like this really durable material, almost credit card like. Kind of what it feels like to me. I mean, it sounds like cardboard, but the way that it bends and the way that it feels like it's a credit card plastic material. But I know that it's not, but that's just what it feels like. And then also, this is also, I think, one of 2 Gundams that I own that came with these little surveys. And basically, it's just asking you a bunch of questions about the Gundam models that you own and which Gundam models that you bought recently. And then you mail this in, and apparently you get like rewards and prizes or something. Of course, this only does work in Japan, so if you have this in America, it's not going to work. But, so there's that. I can't read a word of it, but I know what it says from watching other people's reviews about different Gundams and different things. Just setting that off to the side. Here we have the instruction manual, and there you can see the Crossbone Maoh with its anime self. I don't like the anime skull. I think that this skull looks much better than the anime skull. I mean, comment down below if you think that the model kit skull looks way better than the actual anime skull. Or comment if you think the anime skull looks better. Just tell me what you guys think. And there's the pilot of this mobile suit, and then there he is again. Even though that looks like a girl to me, but I figured out it was a guy. And then I can see some Gundam boxes back there, and then some Gundam model kits. Opening this up. Oh yeah, and then this would be like a bio right here, and this is a 25 ton model Gundam, not model, and then it's 15 meters tall, so it's pretty short. Here on the back is your parts count and what not to do, what to do, and blah blah blah, all that stuff. You've seen this a million times by now. Opening it up, you get some stuff and things, which I'll show in a minute. Opening it up, you get the instructions and how to build different things. There's a website I will put in the link down below. I'll put a link to it down below if I remember to. It's called Mech 9, and you can look up any Gundam model kit on there. You can buy it for that website. You can also take a look at all the contents inside the box art, and every single page that's on this. Well, no, you can't buy it. That was $19.99 or something like that. There's some store called 1999, I do believe. Sorry, I was getting my facts wrong. Mech 9 is a website where you can go and you can look up Gundam models and you can look up their instruction manuals. So if you want to see the rest of the pages up close and stuff, then I will put a link in the description and you guys can check that out if I do remember. Hopefully I do. So setting that off to the side, let's take a look at the actual Gundam's details. So getting up close to the details, the head is really cool looking. All of the stickers are the metallic green eyes, that metallic gem on the forehead, nothing in the back of the head, all these metallic purple bits on the shoulders, the arms, the skirts, the black in the eyes as a sticker, the silver right there. I honestly, when I was first building this, I didn't know if I was going to put that gem in the eye, but now that I put it on there, I'm really liking it. And I prefer it much better than having 2 than having none. So, and then also the nose is a sticker. Here, this purple right there is a sticker, and the purple on the foot is a sticker, and those on the backs of the on the back skirts. And that's all the stickers that you have in this model kit. Not very many stickers, and when you put them on, they make such a big difference. Now, the actual backpack itself, it has the same metallic stickers, huge strips on the back for the satellite cannon mode, and then for its normal crossbone backpack mode, I do believe is what this thing might be called, the crossbone backpack. I don't know what it's called. I've seen a little bit of Gundam Build Fighters, but I watched Gundam Build Fighters try first, so I don't really know. I don't know anything about this model kit besides it's pirate themed, obviously. And so here's the backpack. Has these beam saber hilts right here on these arms that move around, which I'll show a little bit more later. And it's got these little like solar panel things that can move in and out. They can move in about that far. So if you want to get them like these a really cool flying pose, you can push those all back like so. Or like I like to do is I like just to keep them out like that a little bit. But I usually have them rotated so you can see all the shiny, because I like shiny stuff. So I like to have these rotated forward because they do rotate. They're on a little pin right there, so they do rotate a full 360. And then for some reason also this piece can rotate. But the real reason why it does is because it's supposed to come off and you can peg different backpacks on. So technically this is 2 backpacks in one. It has the one backpack right here, which just simply pegs using the standard Gundam Build Fighters pegs, and it pegs on like that. And then you have this backpack, which has the one standard Gundam Build Fighters peg. And just to actually show you this real quick, let's bring back the Try Burning Gundam, and you can actually use the backpack system from other model kits. And if you put like an adapter piece right here, you can actually plug this on the back, and you can have like the Try Burning Maoh or something weird like that, or the Burning Crossbones. I don't know, something like that. You can make up your own name, and you can do a custom like that. And then this, of course, simply just pegs in right in that hole in the center of that, and then you just give it a push, and there you go. And to top that off, you even have this little cap right here that simply covers up, and you got another hole. So if you had 2 of this model kit, or if you bought the little upgrade kit for it that comes with the extra crossbone thruster pieces, you can plug that on the back and have a really, really far sticking out backpack, but all kinds of stuff and things everywhere. So you could do that. Taking off this backpack once again to do the articulation, because it's so much easier to do things when the backpack's not on there. Articulation. The head is on a ball joint. It has a ball joint also in the neck, so you can do the chicken thing. The shoulders on a ball joint. They can go out that far. They can go in and out on that polycap joint right there. They have a bicep swivel. You have a double jointed elbow, which gives you a really good bend. It's just that shoulder plate does get in the way a little bit. And then you have that stupid armor piece in there is being weird. And then you have the ball jointed hands, which do ball jointed things. And then if you grab the waist here, kind of pull it out, not all the way, but if you pull it out a little bit, then you get a really good ab crunch that goes back further than it goes forward, kind of. It works, but it's just not working right now. The guy's camera's on. Then you have the front skirts, which are molded together, but you can cut them in the middle. Then they are on separate ball joints. You have the hinges on the side skirts and nothing at the back skirt. Also, the waist does rotate a little bit. Legs go that far forward. You go about that far backwards. They go about that far outward. And then going on to the knees. The knees are double jointed, so you can get some crazy movement out of that. This ankle armor here is on a ball joint. And then you have the foot, which is on a ball joint, and it can do all of those nice ball jointed things. And now moving on to the accessories. Accessories on the actual model kit right now itself is the satellite cannon. And the best way to portray the satellite cannon is to actually plug on the satellite cannon backpack, or the crossbone backpack, which is what I call it. Technically transforming it into the satellite cannon mode is you fold all of these reflective panels forward, like so. Make the Gundam look forward, and then you grab this skull here and you open it up, and then it reveals that black sticker in there, and then you can put him in a pose. I'm just doing a really quick pose here, and there you have the Crossbone Maoh shooting the satellite cannon, which is really cool. Originally, the Gundam X, which this is based off of, the Gundam X had the handheld satellite cannon, and while they were upgrading this into the Crossbone Gundam Maoh, it became implanted into the chest so that they didn't have to carry it around anymore, and it was permanently attached. But in doing that, they lost their core fighter, which, if you guys don't know what a core fighter is, it's basically the cockpit of a Gundam that can eject and transform sometimes into basically a spaceship jet type thing. And then that made for quick escapes and stuff like that. So rotating these panels back around like so, and then I'm going to go ahead and remove the backpack for the rest of the accessories. Actually, the accessories on the backpack is these armatures right here, which are on multiple hinges. There's a hinge there, hinge there, hinge there, and hinge there. So, and then there's that swivel there. And basically what these are is you grab one of the mini beams that this guy comes with. You grab these really long ones, you plug that in, and there you have like a beam saber just jetting out from the Crossbone Maoh's underarm or above his arms, depending on which way you would prefer it. And then if you don't like these white endings right here, he did for some odd reason come with gray ones. So all you have to do is just pull that off, and then you swap it out with one of these exact identical gray ones, And then you have that if you prefer an entire gray backpack for some odd reason. I do like this off-white color because it just looks cool, and it helps the skull to pop out a little bit on the actual Crossbone Maoh itself. Okay, moving on to the next accessories. Let's go on to the extra pairs of hands that he has. So, extra pair of hands that he has a peace sign hand. Let's make sure I'm grabbing the right hand. So, he has 2 pairs of peace fingers. So he can take selfies. Isn't that just adorable? So he can do that, and like I said, he does have 2 pairs, so he can do both. And basically what this is, if you people are like, what the heck is happening? This is the pilot's signature thing. He would do the peace fingers, so that's one of the things that he would do. Other hands included, which are the ones that are already equipped, which are the holding hands, because he doesn't have closed fists, so he's just got those ones with the holes in it, made for holding weapons like the next weapon I'm going to show, the beam sabers, which are these 2 dull one-piece gray handles. There's 2 of them included. And then you get these smaller beam pieces, which are about this big, and you just simply plug those right into that hole, and then you just grab the Gundam's hand, slide that in, and there you have the Crossbone Maoh holding his beam saber. But this is one of the most boring weapons that he owns. I don't know why he even has these. I think there might be a crossover from using the same little runners as the original Gundam X's and the original Crossbone Gundam. I think this might be another carryover. I'm not too entirely sure, but it's the beam gun and sabers, or I think they're called that, or beam gun and javelins, or something like that. But here they are. Basically, this is a beam saber and a beam gun at the same time, and then this is right now is in its gun mode. You can see the hole where it shoots from, which is also the hole where you peg the beam in. And to hold this, right now I'm actually in the sword configuration, so you can actually pull this section off like so, and then you can fit it into any one of these little notches you have here. And for the actual gun mode, you push it into that notch. You grab one of the hands, pull off that gray hand cover, like so. Take the gun, pick it right into the hand, put the cover back on the hand, but you can't see what I'm doing, like so. And there you have the beam gun, and it's beam, like, it doesn't even look like a gun to me. I'm pretty sure if I watched the anime, then I would know that that it's supposed to be a gun. But what I like is using it as the beam saber, which you just pull that off, and then you can put it in any direction you want. You can also make it double-sided, because this does come with 2 of these weapons. You plug it into the top, and you pull in one of these beam effects, which look like these really neat sword pieces. You just take the weapon, plug that right into the top, and there you have the beam sword. And so you can have that, and he can also be dual wielding, or you can make it double-ended, like I said. And to make it double-ended, what you would basically do, you stand him there, pull on the other one, take off the actual blade from its handle, turn that around, grab the other beam effect, plug that in, and then just slide that right into the bottom section, which it does fit. The hand doesn't get in the way. And there you have this like really long beam staff weapon, which looks really cool. I do like that. And so getting that out of his hand, actually, I don't even think we're going to need this hand anymore. The next hand we're actually going to need will be this hand, which he does include 2 of. Which are these kind of like just pointing hands, but they'll make sense in just a second after I finish showing out the last feature of those beam sabers. Basically, what these can do is, if you have the actual handle, well, you don't have to have the handle on there, but basically what these can do is, you see that peg right there, you can use them and peg them right into the side skirts and have like hip mounted ones. So you can have those, which I usually have him displayed with all the beam weapons that he has, like that on my shelf. And another weapon that actually uses this hand right here. So setting off those weapons, hang on, let me disassemble them real quick. Setting off those weapons, and here is the Buster Cannon, I do believe this is called, or the Buster Gun, which basically just is gray, few pieces of plastic with that little loop down there for a chain, I guess, and then a metallic green sticker right there for the scope. And if you can obviously tell, this looks like a pirate's gun. And there is when you put it on the hand cover, it feeds in this little peg right there, and that can be used on either side of the gun. Because like I said, he does include 2 of these holding hands, so he can hold it on either side. You basically just peg that into one of those holes on the side of the gun, and here you have him holding the Buster Gun. And so that looks really, really cool. And to top off the Buster Gun weapon, so we're going to need this hand. Just pull off the hand cover. And here is the beam cutlass. And to use the beam cutlass, you just slide that right into the hand. Make sure that you're holding it still, like so. You can see that, just kind of fit it in there, and then while you have that in there, grab the hand cover. Try to feed that through there, like so. I'm running out of time. Come on, hurry up. Okay, there. Like so, and then you grab its beam effect, which is probably my favorite one, which is this. And you just feed that right through the top, like so. And there you have the beam cutlass, which is probably one of my most favorite weapons out of this entire model kit. And so there he is with the beam cutlass. And there's also another accessory, or actually a few more accessories that he has, which you can also do. I'm not going to try to put this in his hand. He does come with a specialized hand for holding this weapon. Let me go ahead and switch out the hands real quick. Oh, hang on, I'm losing stuff. Oh, where'd the hand go? Where'd the hand go? Okay, it's this hand right here, this angled weird part is kind of sticking out like that. And basically what you do is... There it is, hand cover. Trying to find the hand cover, sorry about that. Okay, basically what you do, setting him off to the side, you grab the Buster Gun and the beam cutlass. Pull out the beam. You want to grab this part, pull it off, and grab this, fold down the handle, flip up this part. You want to grab this section, and you want to combine these two. Make sure that you have, see where the tab is on the bottom of that peg? You want to have that facing down, and you want to have that slit right there also pointing down. And basically, those will combine, push them together, like so. Grab this bit, and just push that on right here. Or might have been having that backwards. Yep, you push it on right there, like so. And there you have the beam rifle. And to hold this, he hangs onto this thing right here. Honestly, what I'm thinking about doing is just cutting off this entire gray piece of plastic, because then he would hold it way better. This entire thing just gets in the way of everything, and it just kind of looks weird anyways, so you can't really hold it all that well. But this is the beam rifle. It's just a... I actually don't think this is called the beam rifle. This might be called the, like, Buster Cutlass or something like that. I can't remember what the actual name for this is, but it's basically just a beam rifle. And so, transforming these back into their proper modes. Like so. I think this is... right? I don't really know. I don't really like how uneven that is. It looks weird to me. Like, I always feel like I'm doing it wrong. But I actually do believe that that was right. Okay, so there was that. Bringing back in this guy. Hang on, let me get this hand off of this weapon real quick. Sorry, this is taking a lot longer than it should. I just trying to get all the hands and stuff situated. He's got so many accessories. It's like this is probably one of the most models that you'll get the most bang for your buck. So yeah, I highly recommend this guy. So setting him off right there and adjusting my camera. There we go. And I think that covers all of the accessories. No wait, no. Never mind. It also comes with these two knives he can hold onto that thick part right there, and he just holds these, and these are just some basic knives. And then he also comes with these two things. And basically with these, as you flip them upside down, you see these little holes right there? You basically just put these in like so, and then you can have him in like a kicking pose where he's also stabbing somebody at the same time. They're kind of stupid looking because they're so blunt and dull. They don't look like they could kill anything. But I'm not really sure if this guy had that in the anime or not, because like I said, I haven't seen him in the anime yet. So if he does do it, I guess let me know in the comments. But, well, that pretty much sums up the Crossbone Maoh, guys. So how about you tell me what you think about this model kit. Tell me if you think that it would be worth the $13 you paid to get it. And if not, then tell me why. If so, also tell me why. Well, this was Shockwave640, and tune in for the next episode. So thanks for watching.